Julius Randle officially a Knick, 3-year contract with a Knicks option for the 3rd year. Great season last year with New Orleans, averaged a career high 21.4 points per game, and talked in Las Vegas over the weekend about why he ultimately decided to sign with the Knicks.
I had a lot of options. I just felt like this opportunity for me was the greatest opportunity. I feel like there's no fan base, no organization, that's starving and hungry to win more than the Knicks in the NBA. And I don't think there's a better place in the NBA to win than with the Knicks in New York. So for me, it was a no-brainer. And me and Fizz, we really thought alike. He said one of the things when he took this job was there's no better place to win, than New York. He feels like this is the best place in the NBA to win, and I felt the same thing. When he asked me what I wanted out of this, I said the exact same thing. So, we thought alike. And then the opportunity for myself as a player to grow, I'm excited about. But we got a lot of good guys on this team, man. I can go down a list of all the guys who are I'm excited to play with, the young guys that I've been in a situation, not a couple years ago that is very similar to what they're in, is trying to establish themselves in the league. But I like what I see out there. Man, those guys are playing great. They're playing together, and I'm excited. I believe in this team, obviously, but it's a process. Every day is a process. From right now, everybody got to get better on their own. We come together, for training camp, and it's a day-by-day process. Just getting better, putting in the groundwork every day. It's not always going to be smooth. It's not going to be perfect. But if we know that it's a process going into it, we can take our lumps and we can keep moving and hopefully accelerate the process. So, it'll be tough. But I think we got a bunch of dudes who are workers, have the right mentality, and want to win. So it'll be easy.
Comments from Julius Randle in Las Vegas. He's been in the league 5 years, yet he's only 24, and Alan, he's saying all the right things.
Yeah, and, the fan base thing obviously is what the whole league knows about, how hungry they are. So he's a guy that's going to benefit from the fact that right away he becomes the big name, not only of the offseason, but probably the biggest name on the team right now. A lot of people fell in love with him in the league over the last 2 years. Loved him as a Laker, thought he had a lot of potential. He goes to the Pelicans. He has himself a big year, 21 and 9 he averaged there. But Wally, you'll love this. Not only 70-plus games now over the last 4 years, there's some durability. That's your best ability. But also shoots over 50% for his career.
Love it.
Getting better as a three-point shooter, which we know is important for a guy 6'9". But I also feel like adding a high-motor player like him to a team that's going to have to overachieve is also a very important element.
Yeah, the more you dissect this signing, the better it looks. It really does. The numbers prove it. His body type proves it, and as you mentioned, his motor, how hard he plays. You want guys that set that precedent. He's their star right now. He's their kind of highest paid player, so he's got to set that bar high when it comes to practice, training camp, and when it comes to 82 games where he goes out there and competes on a nightly basis. You follow the lead of your star player. That's what he's going to do. My only question is he's going to get his 21 and 9. The Knicks are going to need someone when the game is tied with 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. That's when you win basketball games in the NBA. They need closers.
Is he a closer in your mind?
I think he's a good pick and roll guy as far as the closer goes, but it's going to be tough to just give him the ball like the Knicks used to give Melo, and say, go win us the game. He's not that type of player. He's more of a guy that does everything. The Knicks are just going to need some guys that step up and become their big shot makers, I think, down the stretch to complement him in his game.
And not just scoring with him and rebounding, but it's also the toughness that he injects into this team. Obviously, you think about the veteran signings of Bobby Portis and Taj Gibson. Those guys bring toughness on their own, but it's another thing to have your main guy, one of your main focal points, being the tough guy as well. So that's going to help these young guys develop that mean streak. And I love that he said that, coming to New York was a no-brainer. Like, you want to hear that if you're David Fizdale, if you're the Knicks front office, because that guy gets it. He wants to be here, and he's going to give it your all.
All right, so that's a scoop from here. Now let's go over to Monica and John.
Thanks, Peter. All right, John, the conversation continues. Julius Randle excited about the next chapter here, talking with some of the other guys, his new teammates. They're also excited about him joining. What do you like about his game?
I just love that he brings it every single night. He takes no plays off. The Knicks fans are going to love him. They're going to love the enthusiasm he plays with, how hard he brings it every night on the court, the way he attacks, the paint, the way he just plays with enthusiasm at all times. And I just like the way that his game has grown. Each year he's gotten better in the NBA, and that's what you want. He's still ascending. He's still becoming a better player, and that's what you want from your young signing player that you just got.
We're talking a lot about his physical game and what he brings to the court, literally, but we often hear our guys, Wally and Allen, talk about this team needing some maturity. Do you think he can bring that element as a leader?
Well, I think what happened to him, he got injured like his very first game in the NBA. So he was humbled. He had to sit out a year. So now he appreciates playing basketball. So he brings it every day. That's what he was just talking about. Like, he brings it, he appreciates it because it was taken away from him. And when a game is taken away from you, especially at an early age, you learn to appreciate it. And he appreciates, he's going to bring it every night. And I'm sure the team's going to follow his lead.
It's going to be exciting to watch. I know a lot of these guys out in Vegas were talking about this team and potentially being playoff contenders. We got a lot to keep our eyes on as the season gets underway. Let's go back to the table.
You know, John mentioned the fact that Randle in his first game of his career, broke his leg.
Yeah, it was very unfortunate. Yeah,
very first game, missed the whole year.
Yeah, and again, how people reacted. It seemed like overall there were so many people that had great interest in Julius Randle when he was a rookie with the Lakers, and the disappointment of the injury right away, feeling bad for him, and then how he rebounded year after year, just got better and better and better to a point now where, as you mentioned, he's in the league 5 years already. He's only 24 years old, but he's got that experience. Is he ready to take that next step to now become that player who can carry it?
Well, next step is all-star level, correct?
Yeah. And I love what Wally said because I think he's right. You know, a player like him is going to need a Dennis Smith Jr. or an Elfrid Payton, whichever one of them, to be able to rise up so the two of them can sort of be. We've seen around the league. It's always
it has
two
to
players.
The duo,
two guys.
Pick and roll duo.
And so I do think a guard is going to have to emerge, which will help him become the All-Star.
For more great videos from the MSG 150, check out right there. And remember, our show is on Monday through Thursday, 8 to 10:30 p.m. on MSG Network and MSG Go.